Hey guys, good afternoon. It's Cali. I just whipped up a batch of my famous homemade hummus and I thought I'd share my recipe with you. I'll put exact measurements below, although I don't use exact measurements, but I will try to for the sake of this recipe, and it's amazing. I juice 2 lemons and I take about a half a cup of tahini. And I take that juice of the lemons and the tahini and I puree them up in my food processor for about a minute. And then I add in a lot of garlic. And sometimes I've roasted the garlic prior to using it, but this time I didn't. I just took about 5 cloves. And depending on how much you love garlic, use, to taste. I would say anywhere from 1 to as many as you want. And then I throw that in with the tahini and the lemon juice and let that whip around a little bit. And then I add 1 can of chickpeas. And this is just the brand I use. This is what's carried at my local farmer's market. And I let that puree for about a minute. And then I add another can of chickpeas. And sometimes you have to push down, on the sides. Use your spatula to push it down so it mixes good. And then I add about half of a teaspoon of ground cumin. And I usually add about a half of a teaspoon of salt. But again, you can leave that out if you want. And then I like a lot of fresh cilantro. But I usually add that right at the end just as a garnish. But I could just eat it as it is. And this I actually grew myself on my deck. And then I puree that for about a minute. And I add maybe 2 tablespoons of water, and I like to whip it up really good, so I let it go for about a minute and a half, and that's it. Keep it refrigerated if it's going to last that long, because I like this better than ice cream. So I hope you guys give this a try. Like I said, I'll put the ingredients and approximate measurements below. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye. Blessed be.